Hello guys, and welcome back to this channel. It's been a minute since I last posted on this channel, but thank you so much for choosing to click on this video today. Yeah, we've been in a season, and as the good book says, as the Bible says, that there's seasons and times for everything, and I want to believe that that season is over and now that we are back like we never left. If you're new here, my name is Eunice, and allow me to say karibu sana. Thank you for choosing to click on this video. In today's video, I'm going to be discussing about an issue that is affecting so many of us. In the recent economic times, we have seen different challenges. We have encountered different challenges, especially financially. Most people have lost their jobs. Some businesses are just not working, things are not working, and most people have been left to be in a lot of debt. I got a question from an individual who feel like they've reached their end due to the many debts that they have accumulated from different sources. And the question was, how do I get out of this debt rut? And so I know this is not an isolated case. It's a case that is affecting most of us. And it's true, we are in quite tough times. But how do we go about, when you find yourself in a lot of debt, how do you go about it? So if you're like this individual whereby you find yourself in a lot of debt or in a debt situation, one of the things that I would advise you is to go or to choose the snowball effect. What snowball means is where you arrange like this debt in the order of priority. The order of priority could be you look at this debt from the smallest that you're owing, or the one that is more urgent, the one that needs to be paid out fast. So if you arrange, like if you have debts that are urgent and you know that there are some creditors that you are able to talk to, and so that they can give you some allowance of time to clear that debt, then you can start now paying out this debt for either those creditors who might not understand your situation or what you are going through, or the debt that is the smallest. If you have creditors that are pushing you or that are on your neck, please start by paying off that debt. So how do you pay your debt? You're in this situation of debt, and at the same time you have bills to pay. The other thing that it is important for you to consider is, what are your priorities? What are those basic needs that you cannot live without? If at this moment you're living above your means, most people live in denial and they may not want to agree that they may be living beyond their means, but it is always good to have that self-check. Check yourselves. Is this kind of life that I'm living, can I sustain it? If, let's say, for instance, you are living in a rented house and the rent is up there, just think through yourself and just allow yourself to come into terms with the situation that you are in and accept to calm down a little bit. It is just a sacrifice but it's a sacrifice for a season that will pay out big time. So accept the situation first and allow and accept to calm down, even if it means moving to a house that you'll be paying lesser rent that you're paying right now, so that you're able to meet at least your basic needs, which is your housing and food and clothing. Don't look at many other things. Of course, there are bills like water and electricity. Those are bills that you have to pay up every month so that you don't live in darkness. So it is important to arrange your things with order of priority, and if at all you are living above your means, kindly recheck that and just calm down. It will be a sacrifice, but for a period of time. So accept the situation and just maybe move to a cheaper house where you are comfortably able to pay, or where you'll be able to have extra money to pay out to your debts. The other thing I would advise is looking into consolidating your debts. If you're owing this many people, if you're owing these many creditors, maybe you have a SACCO loan, maybe you have a personal loan that you borrowed from an individual, you have a bank loan, you can get yourself out of this by consolidating this loan, by getting, like, let's say for instance, getting one creditor. if you know you are owing this amount of money and you have different timelines to pay, you can always go, maybe approach, if you're in a position to, if your credit worthiness is allowing you to do this, you go and approach maybe a financial institution to give you the money so that you're able to settle these debts. And then you set these debts at once, and then you are left with one creditor, to pay you, whom you will be paying at the end of the month. And how, for you to effectively pay this, I would advise you can have a standing order from your bank whereby you know that this particular money is dedicated for this particular need of paying off this debt. There's nothing bad as being in these situations that we are in, and at the same time, you have people on your neck knocking at your door every other day, to ask for their money. And at the end of the day, if you owing, they say the medicine to debt is paying off debts. It's paying out your debts. You will not live in peace if you don't pay people's debts. So it's always important to consider this thing. You consolidate your debts and get one creditor, so that now you arrange ways on how to be paying this person, maybe bi-weekly or monthly, or whatever way under whatever terms you'll get that loan at. Or if you have these different creditors, you can go the snowball way, where you arrange these debts on either order of urgency or on the order of smallest to the highest. Then you'll be tackling each debt at a time. This will help you have some sanity and some peace of mind. And there's nothing as good as knowing that there's nobody on your case knocking at your door every other day to ask for their monies. It will also be a good way to help you order your finances and be able to focus on more other important things. Yeah, we know that we need this money because credit is good, especially when it's being used to grow or maybe to multiply the money that you have. But in such times that you're living in, you don't need that extra pressure. So what I would say is that it is okay right now to be able to be meeting your needs and not have that extra ambition of doing big things if you don't have that cash at hand. So take care of the situation at hand. Look for ways on how to, like the ways that I've mentioned, to pay off these debts. As long as you have food on your table, you have money to pay your rent, you have that is giving you roof over your heads, and you have clothing, these other things are extras. And remember, you're getting into the festive season. So I hope you find this helpful. And if so, please, if you've not subscribed to this channel, please do so for more insightful videos. And let's do this life together. It's a bye-bye for now. Thank you.